Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special Christmas night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Colts getting ready to take over for the first time, and you get a look at their 6-year quarterback in his first season wearing the horseshoe. It's Carson Wentz.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Wentz now on first down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Working from the gun, Wentz over the middle, and it's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our time. It's our time.
Murray going to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now hang on here, because down on the field and appearing to be grimacing in some pain is the tight end, Zach Ertz. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 6 catches, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz. Sliding up, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
2nd and 11. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. Oh, he bowls over him. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh. And his best year with the Steelers, 2018. Named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup. But with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On the counter, it's Connor. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Connor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Again, Murray will keep it, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
For the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation, because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake. Yet they did anyway. Poor execution on the defensive side.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And it's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
After one, it's 9-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts getting another possession here on offense.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 1st down, Wentz.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Oh, Watt shaken up. J.J. still down here following that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Oh, good move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Going to try and throw on 3rd. This goes out right to Doyle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz, he'll buy some time right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
First and 10, Taylor now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's into the hands of Pascal. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Wentz to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after try forthcoming. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Play fake. Murray. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Murray again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Murray now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Prater for the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11 now.
Wentz going to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive start.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. I'm glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Complete to Hilton. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Murray giving to Conner on the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Conner. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. A final shot before half for Murray. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend. 2 on Christmas Day. Cleveland traveling up to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And then later, Indianapolis taking on Arizona. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. Then, on Sunday night, wrap up your Christmas weekend with a great one in the NFC East. Washington and Dallas at 8:20 Eastern Time. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we We send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There to stop it was Darius Leonard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, it's Connor. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray now to throw. And the reception made by Green. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Peters in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Taylor, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Wentz. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Murray now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On first down, Connor. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Second down and 8. Now Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Murray going to throw. Caught on the slant. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is now 24. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first is Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Wentz now on first down. He's got it to Hilton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Wentz now on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Cliff Kingsbury saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now Wentz. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, it's Wentz. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Second down and 3. Again, it's Connor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Connor. Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line.
135 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cardinals, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.